Price is Right.
I feel like the chicken they're fixing to drop in the gator tank is what I feel like.
You guys ready, cameras?
How does your offensive line kind of come along through preseason and what you saw yesterday with scrimmage?
Good. We're getting better. Getting better every day. Knowing what to do, how to do it. Things we're really working on are just fundamentals. Before we really get into the big game plan phase of getting ready for Boise. Just really working on mastering the offense and being fundamentally sound.
Do you feel like you're close to finding the 5 that you're going to rely on at the top of the heap?
Yeah, it's going to be more than 5. Just anytime you play a tempo offense, big guys, if they play hard, they're going to get tired. So you got to have more guys. So, we're trying to create competition. With competition comes depth, and I think we're accomplishing that.
Where do you feel like is the biggest way you've seen this unit grow since you've been here?
It's really been overall. I mean, it's been they've had a great off season, getting stronger, which with strength comes confidence. So that's been huge for us. And then just being around each other more, being around me. We've grown a little tighter knit for sure. And I think these guys are just eager to go out and prove themselves.
When you got here, right when you first got here, and you evaluated where this offensive line was, what was the biggest need that you felt like you had to provide for them?
Just a direction, just a, direction of where we were going to go, how we were going to get there, and just understand this day by day, and it's just trying to get better every day. There's no easy way to get there for sure. It's just a lot of hard work and some patience here and there, and just a constant, focus on your ultimate goal.
Can you describe do you like the talent that you have?
Yeah, absolutely. We got talented guys, no doubt. And these talented guys are eager to prove themselves, and they're willing to work hard. So, if you got that, then it's on me as a coach. And so that's what gets me up every morning, knowing I got to go out and give these guys my best, so they can get what they want out of this season.
Obviously, you weren't here, but going back and looking at last year, what did you take away from what went wrong last year?
I didn't look at last year much, honestly. I mean, anytime you come in a new situation, you get information about kids, because you need their backgrounds and all that stuff. But as far as other people's opinions and this, that, and the other, and what they were trying to accomplish, I wasn't in the huddles. I don't know what was said, this, that, and the other. So, I didn't base too much off of that. I just saw what I saw on working with them in the spring and through camp, and I feel good about where we're at right now.
Can you describe your first day when you got here? What did you do? Did you come? Did you look at film? What happened?
First day, I got hired late. I don't know, 10 days before spring ball or something like that. So, it was between trying to catch up on recruiting, getting hired, moving, installing an offense. I don't know if I was doing a great job at anything at that point. So I was scrambling pretty good. So my first day is a blur. I really cannot remember that hardly at all.
First time you assess what you had to work with in the unit? What was your impressions?
I just saw some big guys that were kind of raw, and I saw some talent for sure, but just some big guys that were raw that wanted to work hard, wanted to be good, and that's why they call you coach. Go out there and coach them up, man.
Andrew Baselli, interesting story. He got away from it and coming back. What do you see from him, and does he have a chance?
Andrew's awesome. He comes to work every day, works his tail off. He knows the offense inside and out. He's very, very heady. He is invaluable to this football team. He's done a great job.
Ryan Roberts told me that there's no better feeling than moving a man against his will. When you hear an offensive lineman say that, how important is that mentality for a group of 5 to be able to have that type of pride?
Well, saying it's easier than doing it, to move against somebody against their will, it takes a lot of work, and that's the key. If you got guys that are eager to work and go in there and play hard, and they fit within your offense, then I have 100% confidence we'll be successful.
We've heard a lot this preseason about how important that connection between the offensive coordinator and offensive line coach is, especially in an offense like Coach Rollins. Obviously, you know him about as well as anyone. Just what can you say about him and how important is that connection?
It makes everything easier, obviously. You know, we worked together for so long. We know what each other wants, thinks, that type thing. And we both expect the same thing. We want the same thing. So I always enjoy working with Kendall because he's one of my great friends, and his family, you know, they're like family to me. And, you know, we've grown up, you know, over almost 30 years ago. So, you know, that's just been a blessing for me in my life, for sure.
How does that synergy translate to the field, though, as far as just last year the offensive lineman talked about dealing with signals and calls from 3 different people, and this year it's more 2 guys thinking with the same brain?
I think it's important to have that relationship in any offense, whether you've been with the guy that long or not, you know, and everybody's got to be on the same page. Our offensive staff is awesome. You know, everybody is just willing and eager to do their part, whatever it takes for us to be successful. And, you know, the fact that me and Kendall have been together that long, it just, all it does really is speed things up.
Dante Lucas different for a freshman lineman compared to most guys when they're coming at 18, 19 years old?
You know, Dante is a very talented kid, and he loves football. I mean, he really, really does. So if you got that combination, you've always got a chance for somebody to be successful. And he goes out there and he plays really, really hard. You know, at the same time, he battles everything that every other freshman battles, you know, the maturing process. So, you know, we're working daily, you know, with him as well as the rest of the guys. And just, you know, whatever area there's a deficit in for you, that's what we're working on every day to get better.
You talked about strength leading to confidence. I think that might be most true for Juwan on this line. I guess, what have you seen from him this preseason?
Juwan's been outstanding. You know, he's had a great attitude, and you know, he's gone out there. He hasn't missed. I don't know if he's missed a snap hardly at all since we've been going fall camp. So he's been one of our tougher guys and more durable guys, and he's eager to prove himself. I mean, he really is. He's a talented kid that has a high ceiling, and you know, he's eager to go out there and prove what he can do.
See a guy when you first got your hands on him back in the spring, confidence may have been kind of evaporated for, and helped build him up over these several months?
You know, I don't know. I mean, he looked like he could play to me, you know, when I first watched him. And, you know, he's a big guy that's can move his feet, really athletic, and he plays hard. And, you know, so you got a guy like that, you know, it's on you to coach him, you know. So that's what I looked at immediately. I thought, I got to get this guy where he needs to be, you know.
How does the role of the center differ in your offense as opposed to some other offenses?
You know, it's like the center of the web, or however you want to call it. You know, it's that he's invaluable. I mean, he's the catalyst, and he gets everybody lined up, gets everybody set, and you know, they're so used to doing it on the field. That's kind of the way it is off the field too. You know, and so you got to have a great guy there. And we've been blessed with Baselli and Bavion Johnson, you know, been really good. And both those guys have pushed each other, both of them got better in camp. So I'm excited to see what both those guys can do this fall.